Marketing Podcast, the podcast for HVAC contractors who are ready to quit screwing around and begin growing their business. Powered by Rival Digital. On this show, you'll hear from industry leaders and become equipped with the tools and knowledge you need to build a world-class business. Now, here's your host, Eric Thomas.
Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back to the Smart HVAC Marketing Podcast. I'm really disappointed right now because I'm realizing that today's guest has much better lighting than I do. And you go out and you buy all these things. I got this fancy ring light, and for some reason the lighting in here still sucks. So I feel like I need a window or something in here for that natural lighting. Welcome back to the show, everybody. I am super excited to be bringing you all a special episode today. We're going to be going over a few little company updates, some stuff that's been going on around the Rival world, and then we're going to hear from our very own marketing specialist, Sophia, on some cool tips that you can use for social media, marketing, all that good stuff. So stay tuned for today's episode. It's going to be a good one. Maybe have a few fun segments here at the end, maybe a this or that. We'll see. Sophia, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I am just peachy. I learned that from my friend Zach Garside over at Power Selling Pros. I think I'm going to use that every time now. I'm doing just peachy. Sophia, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself for our listeners out there? Tell them your story. Tell them how you ended up working for Rival Digital, and tell them about where you got that cool hat from.
My cool hat.
Yeah.
Rival Digital hat. We're giving them away with if you win part of our segments on the podcast.
That's right.
So pay attention. I'm Sophia, and I am living in Fort Worth, working with Rival. And I got this job through a friend, actually. So it really pays to know people. And my dog is trying to beat this entire broadcast. I have a dog named Ferdinand. He's a German Shepherd, and I think that's about it. I do the podcast, but I'm on the other end. So
Sophia's the brains of the operation.
Yeah, a little bit of nerves on the other side because I usually get to edit everything after it's done, not be on it.
Yeah. If you're listening to this and you've been a guest on the show before, Sophia knows everything about you, most likely, because I'm over here self-consciously trying to fix this lighting. Yeah, Sophia kills it. She does such an awesome job with the podcast. If you're listening to this and you enjoy the show, well, that is all thanks to Sophia, because all I do is sit here and ramble, and then she's the one that makes it sound good. She's the one that pushes it out to the world. And yeah. So Sophia, outside of the podcast, what's some of the stuff that you do for our clients here at Rival Digital?
I respond to reviews. I post on their social medias, make sure their Google My Business is up to par, and just make sure everybody is happy.
Yeah.
Podcast to clients.
Yeah. What would you say is your favorite thing about doing marketing for HVAC businesses in particular?
I think I like it because we only do one thing, so we're really good at it. And I think my favorite part is probably the podcast because I really like listening to other people's stories and how they got to where they are and why they do what they like to do.
Yeah, I agree. I enjoy the podcast, even though it's not what I'm actually supposed to be doing here. It's just kind of like a side thing that we do for fun. So yeah, as mentioned, we got a few company updates. I know I missed doing this for the third quarter of the year. I apologize, everybody. So I had a Q2 company update, forgot to do Q3 because we were obviously super busy. And now we're doing a Q4 company update. So since our last update, we went to Service World Expo 2021, which was a great time. That was awesome. We got to meet a lot of cool partners of ours. We got to meet a lot of contractors. Got to really just get out there and meet people face to face again for the first time in a while, which is great. We've made quite a few websites since the last time I did one of these updates. I think, gosh, I don't even think I can count on one hand how many websites we've launched since the last one, but we've been really making some new websites lately. We've attended the ACA fall meetings down in New Orleans. That was a good time. My first time in New Orleans, and I had shrimp and grits, which was pretty good. And then I had what was it called? A Cajun Moscow Mule. It was like a Moscow Mule that had shrimp and like Old Bay seasoning. It sounded gross, but it was actually pretty good. So,
did you
that
have
was interesting.
when you were down there?
Oh yeah, I had a beignet. Like the last night I was there in the hotel lobby, they were serving them. I got them in a bag. Yeah, they were like, I mean, it was pretty much just a funnel cake. I mean, have you had one before?
I know that there's air in the middle. It's just like a fried donut.
Yeah, it was pretty much like a fried donut / funnel cake. There's just a bag full of powdered sugar with some fried dough in the center. You just had to kind of dig in there, and your whole hand was white. But yeah, that was a good time. Will I go back to New Orleans? We'll see. I'm not really sure. It was definitely an interesting experience, but that's not the huge takeaway here. The takeaway really is the content that that was shared at ACA was awesome. And it was great to be able to network with people again in real life, IRL. Gosh, I tried to count how many podcasts we've released since the last update, and I couldn't because honestly, it took me forever to count. So
I bet.
we do 2 a week, and there's 52 weeks in a year, 53 weeks, something like that. I don't know. And that's pretty embarrassing. And anyways, we can reverse engineer that and say, I don't know, let's just pretend that it's 15 weeks or so since the last update. So times 2, probably 30, 35 episodes. This is going to be episode 87, 88 now. So we have really come out with a lot of episodes. We launched season 2 of the podcast. Woot woot. Since our last company update. I feel like I missed a lot. I feel like the
intro.
What?
We got a new intro.
That's right. We do have a new intro, and it's like this.
Welcome to the Smart HVAC Marketing Podcast.
Yeah, so that's the new intro. Shout out to that guy. Got him off of Fiverr, and kind of threw his voice over a little sound thing I bought online. That's cool. Yeah, I got a new intro. New segments, this or that. We got a new segment, Whose Hat Is That, which we've done once. We're 1 for 1 on the winners there. And then we have a new segment coming out later on in the season called Hold My Beer, which I'm not sure how that's going to go, but we'll see about that. So, yeah. Sophia, on your end of the podcast side of things, what do you see? Like what's kind of like the big takeaways that you see from some of our guests and some of the topics that we talk about?
I think the themes for all the episodes are pretty similar. A lot of people saying to utilize social media. So when I'm listening to all of them through, because I listen to every single episode, when I edit it, I just think that people really are starting to realize that social media and having a presence online is really, really valuable in marketing and just getting leads and jobs as well.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been playing around with social media a lot because we offer social media here at Rival Digital. If you need social media help, let us know. Sophia crushes it and has lots of cool creative ideas for it. But we've been noticing that memes are very effective. And we talked about this. There was an episode with the Tom Drexler team, and they were talking about memes. So, Sophia, what are your thoughts on memes?
I love memes because it can take just a regular, boring, unoriginal post and just really make it stand out. And I think that memes are really important just all around in society because they usually are related to things that really happen and everyone can relate to them and get a good laugh as well.
Yeah, I love memes, and it's honestly, I think it's the easiest content to create. And I feel like all you have to do is just take a funny picture that you see, and if it's super blurry, you can just recreate it and then throw a logo on it, and then you're done. And it usually does better than anything else. I know last time we had a live podcast, I shared my screen. I'm going to try to do that again because there's a meme that I want to show for everyone watching right now. Share screen. Let's see. How did I do this? Chrome tab. All right. So the best content I think the most like engaged content we've ever gotten on Instagram was this. I didn't even, I think I told Sophia this. I think I was driving. By the way, don't use Instagram and drive. But I was at like a stoplight and I posted this meme. So it says like, for those listening who can't see it, it says the Mitsubishi that I want, and it's like this souped up. Honestly, that's not even the Mitsubishi. I think that's a Subaru. But anyways, it's like this souped up sports car, and then it says the Mitsubishi I can afford, and it's a ductless mini split. And the caption I put was 2 laughing emojis, and it got 211 likes and 4 comments. I didn't even try. And then we got another meme here. This is just a picture of a van, an AC company, and the company is called Stiff Nipples Refrigeration and Air Conditioning.
Licensed to chill.
Licensed to chill. And that got 122 likes. And both of those posts were like, I just feel like they didn't even require any effort. There's some other memes that we've done that have done really well, though. Like this one with Mari, whatever his name is. Is that his real name? Mari?
Yeah.
Memes are awesome. So yeah, I think if you're looking for good social media ideas as a contractor, memes are the way to go, because you can literally just slap your logo on it, or you don't even have to slap your logo on it at all. You can just screenshot it from someone else because they didn't make it. They stole it from someone else too. And then you post it, and then people are going to laugh and share and stuff like that. Once you get in their algorithm through funny stuff, then you can hit them with your $79 tune-up offer and get them to call you. So Sophia, other than memes, what stuff on social media, what kind of content on social media do you prefer posting for contractors, and why?
Well, I think for the most part, Facebook is probably the best demographic for people that are buying from contractors. But we were talking about this morning, Facebook Reels, and how, no one really paid attention to them, but now that's all anyone is doing. So I think that is a really good way to reach a lot of people in a short amount of time. And then you can gain followers from the Reels that you post.
Yeah. And you can even when you post a reel on Instagram, it goes to Facebook and vice versa.
Yeah.
So like you can make a Facebook reel and it goes to Instagram. Because I was on Facebook and like, I don't know how I get stuck into this, like these traps, but like I'll see a reel and I'm like, I'm gonna click on it and it's like funny. And then I go to like look at the comments because I love reading the comments. Yeah. Well, I click on the comments and then it says like open in Instagram. So now it like takes you to Instagram.
Yeah, they're linked, which actually you could do 2 things of content just with one.
Yeah. And that's what we've been doing recently more now, is instead of posting just like the video from the podcast, we'll post it as a reel and then it just shares to your feed as well. So like you get the reel and the post. And I guess it also goes to Facebook. I don't know. It's fun fact is I actually got a certificate in social media in college, and I like the least knowledgeable when it comes to social media. Sometimes
it changes so quickly.
I know, it's crazy. It's like every day it changes. I mean, shoot, the name of Facebook's changed. Probably going to change again before this podcast even goes out. Yeah. Sure, everything's going to change. All right, so we got reels, memes, good stuff. What kind of reels do you think that like a contractor could make that would be easy to make and like engaging or funny?
I think that contractors, they want to sell their products and sell their services, but it's kind of boring sometimes. So you want to spice it up. So a lot of people will take audio from movies or TV shows and they'll like relate it into a meme, into a video. And those are funny. They're engaging. The comments are most of the time funnier than the actual content. And it's just a good way to get what you want across, but not making it so salesy.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a company, Champion Plumbing, down in Edmond, Oklahoma. They're actually coming on the podcast next Wednesday. Leslie and her husband Brent run the company, And that's what they do really well on Instagram. I think their Instagram is called Call the Champs. And like, I like their content so much that like I reached out to them and I was like, I want you to be on my podcast to talk about what you guys do for your content and how you come up with these ideas. Cause like they do plumbing, which like you were saying, like obviously plumbing isn't like the most glamorous thing to, go on TikTok or Reels and show off, but they make it funny and they make it engaging.
I think that when you need a plumber, you'll go and search it, but you're not necessarily scrolling on your social media looking at plumbing pages. Yeah. So in case, it just makes it at the top of your mind, but not necessarily.
Yeah. What do you mean people don't go just hang out on HVAC? I know I would in my free time, but I guess that I'm a little bit different than most people. So if you're listening to this and you're looking for some good social media ideas, we've already provided, I guess that's 3 now: Reels, memes, and what was the other one?
Memes, Reels, and
I don't think we did a third one. All right. What's a good third idea?
I'm glad you asked. Stories on Instagram.
Yeah.
Especially tagging people, because that can be a lot of people too.
Yeah. Instagram stories is great. Testimonials are easy to make. Just like a static testimonial image. I'm still like kind of dark in this video for some reason. Static testimonial images are pretty easy to make. But the ones that do really well is if you can get a video. Like if you can get a customer that is such a raving fan of your business to get in front of the camera and talk about how amazing of a job you did in installing their ductless mini split system, that content will do so well compared to like a static one. But static images are easy to make because you can, kind of like what we've done with some of our clients, you can make templates. Like you can make various templates for different types of content, and then you can like make it in bulk, schedule it out, and now you have a content calendar that's like ready for months and months on end.
Mm-hmm. And I think like what you said about static images, like that's great, but a lot of people, that's why Reels are so popular, because people would rather sit and watch video content than read a graphic.
We should try doing Reels that is a testimonial for a client, like on Facebook. I wonder how that would do.
You could do it on TikTok with a stitch or a duet. Yeah.
That would be cool. You know what honestly, what you could even do if you're an HVAC contractor and you're looking for like Instagram Reels ideas or TikTok ideas, you could even just like go over. There's seasonality to different parts of the business. Like right now, a lot of people are getting their furnaces tuned up out here in Virginia, at least. And I'm sure that's the case in a lot of the areas, like out in the Midwest. So you could like just do a TikTok with or an Instagram reel of 5 signs that your furnace is about to bite the dust or something, and put a funny song behind it, and I don't know, include a dog, because dogs always do well on TikTok. Has Ferd been on TikTok?
He has not. My mom wants me to make an Instagram for him.
You should. My dog has an Instagram. I can't remember the password though, so I'm locked out of it.
It's just another thing I'm gonna have to maintain.
That's what happens. That dude Rudy is my dog's. I think my wife does all the stuff for it though. I haven't posted on it, but maybe 3 or 4 times. Yeah, we were super into it at first, and then about, I don't know, a couple months into it, I lost interest. My wife kept doing it though. But you know what though? I will say, I know that this is obviously not very related to HVAC marketing. We got a lot of free stuff from that Instagram page. Like we got free like collars and leashes and dog tags and treats, because
oh my gosh.
Yeah, because these companies would reach out to you and be like, hey, can we send you a bag of our GMO free 100% organic dog treats, and you post it on your dog's Instagram? And we were like, sure. We got a oh my gosh, we got a free book, a dog book, and We got a bandana. I'm looking at it now. There's a bandana on it. It's Mr. Steal Your Food.
Now I have to make an Instagram for him.
Yeah. Should. I think Ferd needs one. So, Sophia, let's do a little bit more to, I mean, obviously I know you pretty well because we work together, but our listeners don't. And we have a pretty loyal following out there who enjoys listening to this podcast every Tuesday and Thursday.
Yeah.
And that is all thanks to you, to be honest, because when I was editing the episodes and publishing them, there was no cadence. It was just kind of like whenever I had a free minute, I would post it. So you've definitely helped organize the podcast and get it like really growing and more consistent, and like the quality of the audio has increased a lot. So we're sure our listeners out there are just dying to know more about you. So we are going to do a this or that segment. Actually, no, we're not going to do this or that. We're just going to do rapid fire questions.
Okay.
Sophia. All right. Rapid fire question number 1. How do you take your coffee?
Black.
That's what I'm talking about. It's the easiest way to go. It's the healthiest. And I don't like iced coffee. I don't know if you do iced coffee.
What?
I'll drink iced coffee in the summer, like if it's super hot.
Oh no, I drink it year round.
But the problem with iced coffee is that like they fill the whole cup up with ice and you get like that much coffee.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like they really rip you off there. I tell them, take it easy on the ice. But then if you take it easy on the ice, then it isn't actually cold. So, all right. Next question. You live in Texas. I already know the answer to this, but some of our Texas listeners might not know the answer to this. Astros or Rangers?
Rangers.
And why?
Because I don't support cheaters.
Oh, that's right. The Houston Asterix is what I call them. They have an asterisk next to their World Series title. That's a good one. All right. Cowboys or Texans?
Cowboys.
Are you a football fan? I don't actually know.
Well, here's the thing. So I grew up a Bills fan because that's where I'm from. But then you can't like the Bills in Texas.
Yeah,
but I
true.
live like 40 minutes from Dallas, so I have to like the Cowboys.
I feel like there's Cowboys fans everywhere.
Yes, that's true.
It's a good year to be a Cowboys fan, though. So, I mean, typically I would say you should probably be a Bills fan over the Cowboys, but the Cowboys are pretty good this year.
Yeah, well, the Bills are doing okay too, but I never get my hopes up.
Yeah. Bills Mafia is something else. They are something else. All right. Let's see. Sophia's an avid exerciser. So here comes rapid fire exercising questions. Cardio or no?
Yeah, you have to.
Oh, gosh.
There's got to be the balance. You can't just lift weights.
Why not?
Because if you want your muscles to be defined, you have to add cardio.
Yeah. Does Ferd like cardio?
Yeah, he would run with me all the time. He's ran like 6 miles with me before, and
Wow.
he could go further.
Dang.
Yeah.
Ferd's a running man.
Yeah.
I'm hoping he would hear me and like stand up, but it's okay.
He's taking a nap. His like 6th nap of the day.
Yeah. All right. A few more rapid fire questions. Do you like chicken wings?
Of course.
All right. Do you like the flats or the drums?
Probably the drums.
Yeah, a little bit easy. I think they're easier to eat.
I mean,
you get more out of it.
Yeah, but I mean, I haven't met a chicken wing I didn't like.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. I'm like currently on a quest to find the best chicken wings in Virginia Beach. I think I've gone to over 20 places, and they just keep popping up left and right, and I need them to slow down because I want to like have an official ruling on the best chicken wings in Virginia Beach. Right now, the Dirty Buffalo is at the top of the list for me. That place is awesome. So, all right, few more rapid fires. Writing blog content or writing social media content?
Writing social media content.
Yeah, we know Sophia loves writing blogs around here. She's like
It's just my favorite.
Yeah. If you're listening to this, you could probably sense the sarcasm through the.
It's got to be it's just got to be done.
I don't mind it anymore, but yeah, it is definitely the least enjoyable. I think it's because not that many people engage with blog posts and stuff. So
Yeah, and with social media, you can be funny
and
not have to be so serious.
We should just push the boundaries and just be funny on blogs too. I mean,
then we'll
why
see if
not?
people read them.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna test that out, folks. So if you see if you guys see a bunch of ridiculous blog posts coming out soon, they're like full of GIFs and memes and like silly videos, and people are like watching it like crazy and reading it, then you'll know that it was written by us. All right, last rapid fire question. When you go to a trade show, what's the best swag that you think that a vendor could possibly give out?
Besides hats, I don't know, some Carhartt. That would be kind of cool. Some Carhartt.
Yeah.
Koozies. I have about 6 koozies. Because you never know. You need a cold drink, but you don't want your hands to freeze. Koozie.
Yeah. I'm not going to mention their name, Scorpion, but it wasn't very fair when we were at Service World and y'all had like the coolest swag to hand out. We were over here with like koozies and we didn't have much. And they're over here like giving out Carhartt shirts to everybody. And I'm like, of course I'm going to take a free Carhartt shirt. Why wouldn't I take a free Carhartt shirt, even if it has your logo on it? So well played there, Scorpion. Good stuff. It's forced us to up our swag game. So next time you see us at a conference, folks, be expecting cool swag. I had these hats at the ACA conference. I was giving them out. I think we had about 30 of them that I brought with me. They lasted about 5 minutes. They were gone.
He loves hats.
The second the doors opened, the hats were gone. And it was it was interesting because everybody was walking around with these hats on. So coming to a store near you. Sophia, did I miss anything that you wanted to talk about in today's episode?
I don't think so. I think we covered everything.
Yeah, I'd say so. So if you're listening to this, a little recap here. If you're looking for some new social media ideas, step 1, post memes. Step 2, utilize Instagram Reels. Make it funny, make it relatable, make it personable. Do not make it boring and too techie. People do not know what capacitors are. They do not know what coils are. They do not know about the difference between flex ductwork and the other stuff. So just make it funny, make it something that people actually laugh and stop and look at. You got to get them to stop scrolling. So that's that. Third, testimonials. Create some templates. You can use Canva. It's free. Make some testimonial graphics, schedule them out, and then voila, you've got your social media taken care of for the most part. There's the managing part of it, but there's some quick and easy HVAC social media tips for you provided by our marketing specialist, Sophia. So now what we have to do is send this audio off to Sophia, and then she's going to edit it. And you're going to be forced to have the same internal conflict that I used to have when I would edit the podcast, which is, do I listen to this or not? Because I hate the sound of my voice.
Right.
So I wouldn't blame you if you were just like, oh, just going to push this one live real quick and not listen to it. Because I used to not listen to it because I would just cringe at the sound of my own voice, but I got used to it with time. So thank you, everybody, for checking out another episode of the Smart HVAC Marketing Podcast. I know this was a little bit different than usual, but we are getting near the holiday season, and we're going to be just changing some things up for a little bit just because it's the end of the year. People are going on vacation and doing all the fun stuff. So next week, when you're listening to this, it's going to be a Thursday. So next Tuesday is going to be the only episode that we'll put out for the week. We're not going to put one out on Thanksgiving. So I hope you and your family and your friends have a safe and blessed and joyful and enjoyable Thanksgiving. Don't catch the big C coronavirus. And try not to get trampled on Black Friday. And other than that, we'll see you back on the podcast next week, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you soon.